Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Wednesday. Happy Cousin Fun Day. Oh, there's my neighbor getting his mail out there. This is the one that turned around like Michael Myers. Let's see if he turns around today. He's in his sock. You're going to get cold from wearing your socks out here.
I won't be long.
You got your Halloween sweater on.
Yeah, it's a nice weight.
It's almost Christmas. He's got this big orange sweatshirt on. He always walks out here to get his mail in his socks. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? Happy Cousin Fun Day today. Got back from Cousin Fun Day about... What time did I get back here? About an hour ago. It is currently 4:35 p.m. I got back here about an hour ago and had a good Cousin Fun Day today. Wasn't really sure how much I was going to film when I got back. I woke up today and waking up, so I feel better today than I felt yesterday. I'm not, like, I don't really feel sick to my stomach today at all. I did cough quite a bit last night, and my chest was hurting last night from coughing, but like it doesn't hurt today. I still was coughing earlier today, but not as much. But when I woke up this morning, it's like I'm having a hard time like waking up. Like I don't feel great when I wake up. But within like an hour or two, I felt pretty good. So, incidentally, I talked to Alex. 3 people that he works with are now out. And I talked to Tanya. Tanya knows like 3 or 4 people that are... I feel like every person I've talked to knows like 2 or 3 people that are sick. And most of them are like, oh yeah, and they've been sick for like a week. So apparently there's something going around and I got it. I feel like I'm on the tail end of it. Alex, incidentally, like I said, is not feeling great. He was coughing a lot last night while he was sleeping. And so he's not feeling great. He has to stay a little bit later at work today because Alex, a friend of ours, is a painter, and he commissioned this picture. Did I show you guys this? He commissioned this picture of Boo Radley. He commissioned a picture of Tucker, too. So she painted a picture of Tucker for us. And then he had this picture done of Boo Radley. I think I showed you guys this the other day. I absolutely love it. So he's meeting her and picking that up, but she can't meet until later. So he's staying at work until 5:15 or 5:30. And then he will be home after that. And I was like, well, what do you want to do tonight? He's like, I just want to relax and rest. He's like, I don't feel very good. So we'll probably watch some Housewives tonight. Beverly Hills started last night. I think Salt Lake City was on last night. And then tonight I have Survivor, but I won't watch that till after midnight. Oh, Golden Bachelorette is over, thank God. And then... okay, we've got Orange County, Beverly Hills, Salt Lake City, and New York. Orange County's not on until tomorrow, so if we watch them, we'll watch the other 3 but we usually watch all the Housewives together on Thursday, so we might like just save it till then. But I kind of want to watch, hey, how are you? You're all bundled up for the winter storm. It is cold. We're getting a winter storm. We're getting, well, not really a winter. I wish we were getting a winter storm. Should we look at the weather? Okay. So earlier today, I didn't have this coat on. I just wore the hoodie, but it's getting like colder every hour. And I did not move Fernalicious and Farrah up yet because I wanted to water them one last time. So I watered them one last time last night. And then today, when I get done with the vlog, I am moving them upstairs into the bathroom. Farrah is very, very excited because Fernalicious has been telling her, to see how I create all this in my head, because Fernalicious has been telling her how nice the bathroom is to live in through the winter. So Farrah was very excited about it, her little sister Farrah. But anyway, I'm moving them up there today after I get done vlogging. I watered them like the last like 3 days, every day, like a lot, to make sure that they were like pretty drenched before I moved them up there. Fernalicious actually looks better today than she was doing yesterday. So, yep. Another year of them being in the bathroom. Alex was actually kind of excited about it. Like the first day he just was like, oh, you're gonna like, you know, keep them up there. He just acted like it was like no big thing, you know? But then the other night we were like laying in bed and he was like, when are you moving the ferns into the bathroom? And I said, well, I want to water, I'm gonna, like as long as it's like warmer out, it's not warm, but it's like not freezing outside, I want to keep on watering them every day because I don't water them every day when they're in the bathtub. And I said, so before Thursday, because it's supposed to snow on Thursday. And he said, oh, okay. And I said, and I started laughing. I was like, why? And he goes, no, I think it's sweet. He's like, I love that you keep them in there. He's like, are you wanting to keep the plants from the back patio too? He's like, because I can move them in the bathroom. And I was like, no. I said, I don't even know if I paid him any attention this whole summer. So he was like, okay. He's like, well, we can move them up there. I was like, no, I'm not attached to those, just to Fernalicious and Farrah. He's like, how do you come up with these names? Because he knew Fernalicious' name. But so anyway, he was kind of excited about it too. I would love the ferns to just get huge. Like somebody, or a couple people have sent me this TikTok of this guy that's like been keeping this plant inside this fern inside through the winter, and it's like this for 10 years, and it's like this huge plant. I would love to do that, but. So yeah, it took me kind of like a little while to get up today and feel better. So I wasn't sure. I was like, if I get home and it's not too late, then I have videos for all of my channels that I like a list that I was gonna make. And then if I was like, if I get home and I don't feel great, then I'll just film my vlog. I didn't really think that I would buy a bunch of stuff today, so I didn't think that I would do a haul. And Caroline and I, neither one of us really had a bunch of errands to run. We were gonna run to Costco. She was like, I want to see the Christmas stuff. And I thought she meant like decorations. And I was like, well, I don't really have anything to get at Costco. And she's like, well, you don't want to look at the Christmas stuff? I said, Caroline, they've had their Christmas stuff up for 2 months. And she was like, oh, okay. And so then when we were at Target, I was like, oh my God, I forgot I wanted to go to Costco and look for a wreath. And she goes, well, I said I wanted to look at the Christmas stuff. I go, well, I thought you meant like the decoration. She goes, no, I meant like the wreath and stuff. And I go, because we're talking about next Wednesday, and I said, but you know Costco next Wednesday is going to be crazy because it's the day before Thanksgiving. She's like, yeah, we don't have to skip it. I said, well, I can get a wreath at the grocery store or the farmer's market up the street or whatever, the flower market up the street. I don't have to get it from Costco. So next Wednesday, we're going to kind of play it by ear. But today was kind of fun because we didn't really have a lot of errands to run. I wanted to run by the post office, but I had one letter there. And then I wanted to go to Dollar Tree, and I wanted to go to Five Below. You know what? Before I get into this, I just made some coffee in my new coffee mug. So before I started this, I was like, did a load of dishes earlier before I left. And so it was like when I got home, I was like, I'm going to unload those, and folded laundry, and I wanted to clean the kitchen and have it be nice for us for the evening and all this kind of stuff and make the bed. And I was like, no, I'll just do all that stuff when I get done vlogging. But then I ended up doing all that stuff before I started vlogging. So the dishes are unloaded, the kitchen is clean, everything's nice. I still have to go and like clip my wick so that I can light my candles tonight. But the house it's all ready for a night of relaxation and wonder. Cheers. And this is my coffee. I have after this I have 2 pumpkin spice K-Pods left. And then I have the box of the pumpkin spice lattes. But this is my last pumpkin spice coffee. Well, the headless horseman one, but I don't like that coffee because it's like too caffeinated. And it doesn't taste good either. This is good though. This is the Crazy Cups pumpkin spice coffee. But I brought out the lighter, and I brought another battery in case I go too long or this battery is too short. So let's light the candles. Let's go through the routine. Let's light, oh, I didn't bring the wick trimmer. Let's light Bookshop in Autumn. After I get done vlogging, while I'm rendering the vlog, I leave these lit, and then I come out here. Last night I came out here and I started reading that Maximum Ride book. Okay, so, and then I sit out here. If I talk on the phone, I leave them lit for like an hour. This one's almost completely done. These ebony and ivory candles that I believe Andrea sent me from Canada, they are so good, you guys. I love them so much. Last night I started burning inside I think it's just called balsam fir. It's fantastic. I will tell you that for people that said that wax melts don't go bad, the last 2 nights I have melted the new wax melts that I got, and there is 100%. I'm like, I have to just bag them all up and throw them away. There's 100% difference between the old wax melts and the new wax melt. 100%. I mean, last night, like, I used the sensational ones that are real cheap. It was like, it smelled up the entire downstairs. I couldn't believe it. And it was the same ones that I had gone through before that were old, like the apple cinnamon ones, and they were like twice as strong as the ones before. So they do go old. The wax melts they absolutely do go mold. They grow mold? No, I don't know if they grow mold, but they do go old because when I was burning them last night, they were like, or melting them last night, it was completely different. And I only burnt one of them, or melted one of them last night instead of like 2, which I usually do. Because I was like, the scent is so weak that I'm going to melt 2 of them. I melted one last night, and it was like so strong, I couldn't believe it. So, but what was I saying? Oh, the candles, lighting the candles. I don't even know what I was talking about now. Was I talking about Cousin Fun Day with Caroline? Well, let's go back in time. Let's go back in time and talk about last night. So, what did I do last night? Was last night Monday? No, last night was Tuesday. I didn't feel good, so Tanya and I didn't go to the meeting. I talked to Tanya last night for a while, and we were talking about like maybe another day to get together this week and stuff like that. Talked to Tanya about that, and then what was Alex watching? Oh, he is still watching one of those witch shows. I can't remember, Mayfair Witches or Discovery of Witches. He wants to watch both of them. I think he's on season 2. Is there 2 seasons of Discovery of Witches? I think he's on season 2 of it. Maybe he said there's 3 seasons of it. I don't know. But anyway, he's on like, he was at the end of like season 2 or something last night. So he was watching that downstairs, and I was like, I'm going to go upstairs and lay down because I was tired. And I was like, I think I just need to like take a nap and rest for a little bit. And he was like, okay. So I felt out, like, during my nap. Like, I felt, the last couple nights I've taken a nap, I've, like, I think the night before I had kind of a hard time, but last night I fell out. I was so cozy. Had the candles were lit in the house, and I just was so cozy in bed, and, I mean, I was out like that in my nap. I think that was at, like, 8:30, because I laid down. It might have been earlier than that. I don't know, but when did I talk to Tanya? Tanya called me. Because when she called me, I was thinking, like, oh, if I was going to the meeting, I'd be going there, like, leaving, like, in a half an hour. She must have called me at, like, 6:30. So I talked to her at, like, 6:30. So I must have laid down at, like, oh, what did I watch? I watched something last night. And I watched one episode, and then I was like, I'm going to lay down. I don't even know what it was, honestly. But anyway, I laid down. From, like, I think it was, like, 8:30 to, like, 10:30, 10:45. Oh, my God, I slept so well. Well, when I got up, Alex had, like, turned off everything, and he had moved upstairs, and he was in bed, and he was watching the show. It was so sweet. I, like, woke up because I was, like, sideways, and he was, like, patting my head. It was real sweet, and I looked up at him. But anyway, so I got up. My plan was I was going to take a shower last night and put on, like, my comfy pajamas and all that kind of stuff. And I told him, I said, I don't feel like taking a shower tonight. Like, I think I just want to, like, watch my shows and stuff like that. I laid in bed for a little bit. We talked for a little bit, and then he went back to watching his show, and I just kind of, like, rested my head while he was, like, sitting there watching his show. And then I got up, and I was like, I'm not going to take a shower tonight. I'll take a shower tomorrow before Caroline comes. And so I went downstairs, and I watched the end of that documentary that I started the night before. It was about Brenda Spencer. I don't think I can say who she is, because YouTube doesn't like that, but she was the first ever school, you know what, in 1979 in San Diego. It's really a tragically sad story. It's called something like, let me see if I can pull it up here. Something like, I Hate Mondays, or, because it was a quote that she said when they arrested her. She said, I never liked, it was only like 49 minutes. I finished it last night. It was Mondays. Let's see if I can pull it up. I didn't know. I was kind of surprised that I didn't know anything about. I've never heard of this case before. I could not believe it. I Don't Like Mondays is what it's called. It's 49 minutes, and it's on Prime. And so I finished that last night. I actually only had like 10 minutes left of it. So I finished that last night. If you've never heard of that story before, it's really, really interesting. Who was I talking to about it today? I was talking to Caroline, because anyway, it's just a really sad story. And, I mean, to not know anything about it. And I would have been 7 at the time, which is crazy. I thought a lot of that stuff started later. Like, you know, in the 90s and stuff like that. I'd never heard of her case before. But anyway, it's like, it follows her parole hearing, that she was up for parole and all this kind of stuff. She's still not out. She's like, she was sentenced 25 years to life. And this was filmed in like 2005. And I Google searched it because I wanted to, like, see, like, I looked at her Wikipedia and stuff like that, and she is still, like, she's still incarcerated. And the next time she's up for parole is in 2025. I don't think they'll over parole her. I don't. Like, I think, it's just real interesting, the stuff that she, like, talks about. And, like, anyway, it's a real... I thought it was an interesting documentary because I didn't know anything about the case. And I was kind of surprised I didn't know anything about the case. Apparently there was a song written about it and everything. But, so I finished that last night. And then I was going to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters. But in all honesty, I just kind of, like, wasn't even in the mood to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters last night. So what did I watch? Dragula was the night before. Sister Wives from, watched all that. Did we watch anything else? Did Alex and I watch House of Villains last night, or was that the night before? What did we watch? We were watching some Watch What Happens Live. Why can't I remember which one we were watching? We watched some. So I was going to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters last night. But I just was like, because I was going to watch it and make the video for it today. And then I was like, you know what? I'm, like, in the mood to watch, like, a thriller kind of thing. Oh, I sat there and I read for a little bit. And I listened to my audiobook. So that, because I was trying to decide if I was going to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters. Because if I was, then I wanted to start it at, like, midnight. So I did a bunch of stuff until, like, 12:30. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not really in the mood. So, that was when I finished that documentary. Was around that time. Because when I got done with it, I was like, I don't know what I want to watch. And so I was, like, flipping through, like, all of my stuff to see what was new. Like, what was new that was out there that I wanted to see. And I was, like, looking at I was looking through, like, Netflix and everything to see if there was anything new. Paramount, Apple. Disclaimer just got done on Apple, so I'll probably start that next. His wife just got home. So I was looking through Peacock, and I was, like, looking through different shows that came up, like, thrillers and stuff like that. And Dan Brown's The Lost Symbol came up. And you know what's so weird about that is, and this show's been out for a couple years. I used to read, I've read, I think, there's 2 books of his that I haven't read. I love Dan Brown's books, like the Da Vinci Code and all kind of stuff. Origin. But The Lost Symbol, I remember reading. I remember, like, part of what happened in it, I guess, because the show's different. But anyway, I think originally one of the reasons why I got Peacock was because I wanted to watch The Lost Symbol, and then I never watched it. Because it's a one and done. Like, they did 1 season and it didn't get renewed because of bad ratings, which blows me away. Because I was, like, 10 minutes into it. When did did Tanya and I talk that late? She must have called me that late. Because she called me and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh my God, I just started. Oh, no, we were texting. Because I texted her. I said something about, she said cool, and I said you're cool, and she said I know. I said, have you watched The Lost Symbol on Peacock? And she said no. And I said, it's based on the Dan Brown book. I'm only on episode 1, but it's good. And she said cool, and I said you're cool, and she said thanks, I am. And then she sent me this Lucille Ball thing like that, and I sent her Nene Leaks. Not impressed. Tanya and I talk mostly through Giphies and memes. I love that word Giphy so much because I know it's not a real word. But anyway. So, and then she sent me a picture of Dorit from Beverly Hills smoking a cigarette. Because that's like this, they're all talking about how, like, Dorit's, like, she comes in, like, so hot. I haven't watched Beverly Hills yet, so don't tell me anything about it. But I ended up, last night, well, that would have been earlier that I started, I guess I did start I don't know. Anyway, so I got into The Lost Symbol last night. You guys, he already checked it.
Thank you.
How are you? You cold?
Yeah.
You better get your flowers covered before the frost. She usually has all these tarps over there and stuff like that. I can't believe she said nah. So when I talked to Tanya, I was like, oh, I think I did end up calling her after that because I was like, I was just at this part. I was like 20 minutes into the show, and yeah, I did call her after that because I was like telling her about the show. I was like, do you not remember these books? Because we used to read all the Dan Brown books. It's so funny that I read the Alex Cross books, and then I watched Cross and I loved it, and then I read the Dan Brown books. Which, she was like, does it have Tom Hanks in it? I go, no, you're thinking of Da Vinci Code, Caroline. You're thinking of Da Vinci Code, Tanya. And she goes, was there a TV show about it? I go, no, Da Vinci Code, there was a movie. She was like, I didn't read the book. She's like, I watched the movie. The book is so much better, Da Vinci Code. I remember when I read that, I was just like, oh my God, this is so good. Because it's one of those, like, they're on the hunt, they're being chased and followed and all that kind of stuff. I love those kind of books so much. So anyway, I remember when I read the Da Vinci Code, I was just like, oh my God, I fell in love with Dan Brown and those books immediately then. So, I was like, no, this is The Lost Symbol, and it's with this guy, and he's like younger, like Robert Langdon guy, whatever. And I said, I just stopped it because like the police officer was bringing them coffee, and I want to make some coffee, and so I wanted to call. She's like, you're so funny, and she's like, you're like, you think that all through. I go, no, I do. Because they're drinking coffee and they're like talking to police, and like I want to have a cup of coffee. Like when I watch, like I know this is gonna sound so cheesy, but like Matlock and Elsbeth, like when they're drinking coffee or whatever, like it always makes me like if I'm watching a movie and they're like sitting in a cabin and they're having like they make a fresh pot of coffee, like I want coffee. Like that's how I am. Or if they're drinking like a soda, I like want a soda or something like that. I'm real cheesy with stuff like that. But anyway, so I went inside and I watched the first 5 episodes. It's 10 episodes, so I have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 to watch tonight. I don't know if I'll end up watching it because I got Survivor as well if I end up finishing it. But it is so good. I was kind of blown away because I don't hear anybody ever talk about it. The Lost Symbol, the Dan Brown. It's on Peacock. It's 10 episodes, and it got canceled. Well, I looked, and I said, does it end on a cliffhanger? And they said, no, it ends conclusively. And I was like, okay. So, I was like, so I'm not going to watch. There was another one. Oh, Zoo, because somebody said they watched the TV show Zoo by James Patterson, because I was talking about that book. And so I was like, they made that into a TV show. Apparently, it was 2 seasons, and it got canceled. 2 or 3. Did anybody watch the whole thing? I can't tell if it had 2 seasons or 3 seasons. But I guess I could look it up right now. But apparently it got canceled, but it ended on a cliffhanger. And I'm like, I'm not watching a show that ends on a cliffhanger. Like, I can't stand that. When you watch a show and then there's no end. When there's enough shows out there to watch that end conclusively. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to put my Ugg boots on before I came out here because I was like, my feet are going to get cold because I got... This is what I wear when it's 49 degrees outside. So anyway, I watched that show last night. Oh my God. Our downstairs smelled so good last night with all the candles and the candle waxes. It was so pretty. I just stood in the kitchen like I had all the lights turned off like I did the night before. But I stood there and I just like looked at all the candles. It was so pretty. It was so cozy and so cheesy. But I love it. And I'm like, and in that moment, I kind of got excited for Christmas. I really did. I was kind of like, oh, I can't wait to have the Christmas tree up and all this kind of stuff. But like the candles lit for me is almost more like Christmassy, like, I don't know. I like to go into my head and think like a big blizzard's gonna hit and then the electricity, you know, like I don't wish anybody harm, stay safe during the blizzards. Whenever I say that, people are always, if I say like, oh, I hope we get a snow and a lot of blizzard, and then people are like, oh, well, that's, you shouldn't wish for that because then people, I understand all that kind of stuff, okay? I'm talking about idealistically, like the long winter, little house on the prairie, okay? Like snow days, my husband can't get out of the garage, so we can't go to work, and then we're just staying at home, and no, I don't want it to lose electricity, but like we can just imagine that we lost some electricity and have to live by candlelight and watch TV shows and movies all day long, you know what I mean? And be able to DoorDash food because, you know, the DoorDash guy or the Grubhub guy can still come, even though, or gal, and can still come even though we got a blizzard outside. That's the kind of blizzard that I want. But speaking of blizzard, okay, let me just tell you, they have put out a weather advisory for tonight. I'm so excited. Like, even as like the temperature starts to drop and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be so cozy. I did decide, oh, it went up. It was 49 and now it's 50 and cloudy. What? You're going the wrong direction. I did decide that I'm going to, this weekend, I'm going to start with the Christmas stuff. Like, I like to go into the week with like clean like bedding. So I usually like wash the sheets and stuff like that on Sunday, and the comforter, or Alex and I both do, and we like change it out. And so I've been washing like the comforters and like the ghost blanket and stuff on Sundays and then doing all that. So this Sunday, either Sunday or Monday, I might just keep it an extra day, and then I might just put on, because I've already washed the comforter and the new sheets, the bamboo green sheets and the plaid comforter. I might just put that up on Monday, and then we go into a week with that. I was going to buy some pillows today at TJ Maxx Home Goods, but like I said, the line, did I say this already? Oh my God, we went to TJ Maxx Home Goods. The line was so long, and the woman was like, oh no, I said it in my haul video, I think. Okay, so we go to TJ Maxx. Well, I'll tell you where we went shopping in a second, but we went to TJ Maxx Home Goods, and Caroline was like, she goes, because I texted her, I was like, where are you at? She's like, in the clothes section, but we can go. Well, I had been looking at stuff like Christmas candles, and I looked at like, they had all kinds of like Christmas like pillows and bedding and stuff, so I was gonna get a bunch of new pillows, because the pillows that we have are old. But, I mean, they were really relatively, like, you could get 2 red pillows that were really not, like, big red pillows for your bed, and they were $24.99 for 2 really nice big pillows. So I was going to get like a Santa one in the middle of it and 2 of those for this plaid bedding. And so Caroline met me, and there was this woman that was working there. I mean, when we looked at the counter, or when we looked at the line went like all the way around like this, like twice, and then down like a row. I'm like, what is going on with TJ Maxx Home already? And so Caroline said to me, we're standing by the doors, and she goes, I'm not getting anything, I'm not standing in that line. She's like, who is standing in that line for anything here? And this woman that worked there, she said, you should see it most days. And I was like, is it worse than that? She goes, oh, it goes all the way back and wraps around the store. I said, what? You can buy any of these things online, on Amazon, for just as cheap. She goes, oh, I know. She goes, but people stand in line for 2 hours. I go, 2 hours? Who has 2 hours to stand in line? For some, and TJ Maxx Home, like, they've got some good deals, but some of their stuff is, the same that you would get at anywhere else. So anyway, but I think the Christmas bedding I'm going to put up Sunday or Monday. Probably Monday, because then we'll start a week with, like, fresh bedding and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, so I watched those shows last night. I watched the first 5 episodes, played my solitaire game. I feel like I'm so old, playing my solitaire while I watch my shows. But I played my solitaire while I watched the show, and then I went upstairs. I had a hard time falling asleep again, but then when I fell asleep, like, the next thing I remembered was, like, I always hear, like, when Alex walks over to, like, spray, because his cologne is, like, on the cabinet by the when you walk into the bathroom. And I always hear him, like, go over there, like, pick up colognes, and that kind of wakes me up. And then he came over and he gave me a kiss goodnight, or kiss goodbye and stuff. And then he left. And I fell asleep after that, but then I woke up again. I don't know if I said this the other day, but somebody said something about, oh, I think it sounds like you have sleep apnea. This is just, this waking up, like, where I'm, like, nervous all of a sudden, that has just started happening. It's because of Boo Radley. Because when Boo Radley was, like, pacing and sick and stuff like that, I would wake up in the middle of the night and be like, and check him to make sure. That's what I do. I wake up and I'm like, I, like, look to the side. Like, so each day it's kind of, like, going away a little bit, but I'm still, like, on high alert, like, when I wake up. Like, it hasn't, when I first wake up, like, it hasn't clicked yet. Like, that's not my first thought, is, like, my first thought is he okay? Like, and I go over to the side. That's why I jump like that. But it's gotten a little bit better. I had a hard time falling asleep, but it wasn't as bad as it's been, like, 2 or 3 months ago when I was having a lot of problems sleeping. I am sleeping better. I'm just not sleeping for a long time. Like, I finally, like, today I got up. I actually got up before my alarm went off today. And, I laid there for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, just get up. And so I got up, and I like, shaved around here. I was going to trim my beard, but I was like, no, let it grow a little bit. And so I shaved around here, and then I took a shower, and I was listening to music because I downloaded the Shaka Khan song that was in that show Cross. I forgot how much I love this song. Do you guys know the song? Hold on a second. Love Me Still by Shaka Khan. Oh my god, I love that song so much. I totally forgot about it until I heard it in that show Cross. Cross has, like, some of the best soundtracks. Somebody said something about they couldn't watch it because of the music, and there was another one, they listed some other show that they couldn't watch because of the music. I was like, what? Are you talking about during romantic scenes and memory flashbacks, they play music? Like, that's kind of typical of most TV shows and music. It's called, like, a music montage. I liked it. I mean, maybe it was distracting to other people, but I loved it. I love the music they played in there. I'm a huge Shaka Khan fan. So anyway, but I was listening to that, and then I took a shower, and I got, like, I had to go down the basement because I was like, I wanted to wear this gray hoodie because I had a different hoodie on, okay? But I wanted to wear, I don't know if you can see, but I have these Birdwell corduroy short pants on. Caroline's like, oh, I love those pants. They're so cute. I'm like, these are just like the drawstring shorts with the wooden buttons, but they're the pants. And I didn't really wear them last year that much, so I was like, I'm going to wear them today. And then I was going to wear, like, shoes and socks and stuff because it's supposed to be cold today, but I was like, you know what? I like to wear sandals as long as you can. This one little girl, when we were walking into Target, she, like, she's talking to her mom, and she, like, pointed to my shoes, and I was like, well, it's not that cold out. I mean, it is now. My feet are getting a little bit cold, but I was like, I can still wear them. be comfortable in the car and stuff like that, you know? Speaking of which, it's so funny. This girl that I was friends with in high school, and she was actually pretty kind of like preppy and normal in high school, and now she's like, I live for it. She's real different and stuff like that, and her makeup's like real, like she does her makeup real different every day, and her eyeliner is like, it's kind of punk rock and real exaggerated, and she's just, I love her, and she like, anyway, she's just really, really cool. And so she posted on Facebook, she's like, you know, when I go out, this woman just keeps on running around in the same circle in this neighborhood. I kind of live for it. That she's like, oh my God, because she doesn't live in here right now. Because I've seen her walking before, and she like walks and goes into this house, so I know where she lives. The camera stopped. I know she lives like right up the street because I see her like when she goes into her house. She usually walks with her husband, but she's running, and she's just like running circles around her neighborhood. I live that. I live for that because I kind of do the same thing in some neighborhoods too, you know. But anyway, so this girl that I went to high school with, this friend, she like does this like eyeliner thing where she goes like straight up, and then she like sometimes goes down. Anyway, but she's really unique and real different, and I love that. I love anybody that is just like be too much. They like just do what they want to do. They're just, you know. And so she posted on the. Are you getting your run in? Oh, I love it. She like stopped like right in front of my house, and she like stopped again. Now she's inspiring me. See, I want to go and I want to get back to my walks, but I just don't like, I still am kind of like lethargic. I do think that like me not walking has like helped me get a little bit better. Sometimes I, you know, like push it too far and I'm like, no, I just need to relax and stuff. I think last night taking a nap was really good for me. But anyway, she posted on the Facebook that she was like, you know, when I go out in public, she's like, I get a lot of stares and a lot of looks about like my makeup and stuff like that. Everything else, I mean, she doesn't like dress, like she's a little punk, but not really. And it's funny because like it's kind of like developed over time. Like her husband is like completely like button down collared shirt and like khakis and like, and so anyway, I don't know, she inspires me because it's like, you know when I used to talk about like, you should like wear the clothes and listen to music and do all the things that like match your soul, like she's totally that. And she was in high school too, but I think she was kind of afraid of like backlash. So like when the rest of us were like, you know, dyeing our hair and being different and stuff like that, she was always kind of the one that kind of like wouldn't like fully engage and all that. So I kind of live that, like, you know, as we're getting older, she's more willing to do that. But she said that she always gets like looks and stuff when she's out in public. And she said, but she also gets compliments. Like people will say to her like, oh, I love your makeup and, you know, whatever. And it's funny because Alex has this friend of his. She's beautiful. But like, she's very, very, like her makeup, I think you would probably assume is kind of like very like goth. Like a lot of like friends of like Alex's, we were at Fufu's wedding. Like she went to high school with, she was like 4 years older than Fufu in high school or something like that. And so like one of Fufu's friends was like, oh my God, I had such a crush on her in high school, but she looks so different now. There's a whole story behind the makeup. But when we're like out with her, like people always say, they either give her weird looks or they're like, oh my God, I love your makeup so much. She's beautiful, girl. So, and I love people that just express themselves how they feel and stuff like that. So anyway, this friend of mine on Facebook, I mean, we're not good friends today, but we were friends in high school. And she said, when I'm out in public, I usually get stares from people, but I also sometimes get compliments. And she was like, but I was at the grocery store, and she was like, there was this mother and her daughter, and she was like, I would normally not say anything, but the daughter was about 17 years old. And she said, and I literally was standing across from her in the aisle, and the daughter whispered to her mom loud enough for me to hear, oh my God, look at her makeup, that's such a joke. And she said, I usually wouldn't say anything. She said, but she was like 17 or 18. And she goes, I had nobody with me, but I held up my hand and I said, oh, look, her mother didn't teach that girl any manners. She's so rude. And she just kept on walking. I was like, slay, yes, I live for that all day long. So anyway, she said they just looked at her or something and she kept on walking. But, you know, I be too much. Like, oh, you got one life. Do what makes you happy, you know? Yeah. That's not really the same as wearing sandals out when it's cold, but I do love wearing my sandals. Alex, like, always tells people, he's like, Peter, he hates wearing socks. Well, last year was, like, really the first year that I started wearing socks, like, wherever I would go, like, with clogs. Not with sandals, but with clogs and stuff. Although, I will say this. I used to hate the socks with sandal look. I kind of like it now. I kind of like the like, especially if they're kind of like colorful, like wool socks and stuff like that with like Birkenstock sandals. I kind of like that look with shorts, like in the spring, so I might do that next year. I feel like it's kind of making a little bit of a return. Hey, how are you? That's so funny. It looks like his dog is like staring a hole through me. His dog looks like Caroline's, my Uncle Dave's dog that they had when probably when she was like in high school. But anyway, I did wear socks a lot. But Alex always tells people, he's like, Peter hates wearing socks. He never wears socks. Like, he always wears clogs with. I don't like wearing socks. I never really have liked wearing socks. I can remember when I was like growing up, my mom would be like, don't forget to put, I'd be like, Mom, I don't want to wear socks. That's why I always get blisters with my shoes. And that's why I ended up buying shoes that you don't have to wear socks with. Like those Gucci mules, because I don't want to get blisters and I don't want to wear socks. I do hate socks. I love wearing sandals. I would wear sandals as long as I could. I mean, inside the house, I wear plastic sandals all the time. So anyway, got up, took a shower today, really nice warm shower, and was playing music, and got dressed. I was gonna wear like a t-shirt with this because I thought I might get hot, but then I stepped outside and I was like, no, you need a hoodie. So it's so I got a little hoodie to match my little corduroy pants. These are so nice. That Birdwell brand, I swear so much by that Birdwell brand. They're shorts, and these are the pants. I love them so much. And I bought some shirts that I wore when we were in Mexico for Alex's birthday. I got like 2 or 3 shirts from there as well. A t-shirt that I never ended up wearing, but I'll wear it next summer. Yeah, I really like their stuff. I need to go through my clothes again. You know, as my goal is, well, we'll talk about it tomorrow on my weight loss journey, but my goal of like, I got a goal that I got to hit here soon. So, I got to go through my clothes. I think maybe going through my clothes and getting rid of, like, the bigger stuff that I don't typically wear, like, and donating it, like, cutting my closet in half again, I think that would probably inspire me a little bit more, because it would give me less stuff to wear. And I don't wear half the stuff anyway, because it's too big on me or too small on me, so I got to get to one size or the other, you know? So Caroline and I ran around today, and we sat in the driveway and talked for a little bit. We don't usually do that. And then she's like, where do you need to go? And I was like, well, let's go somewhere and get coffee. So we tried this new place to get coffee that we hadn't gone to before. I won't mention it because I wasn't super impressed with it. It was okay. I just got a regular coffee, iced coffee. But Caroline got something that resembled... She was like, she is not doing great on her Weight Watchers points anyway today, and so she was like, well, I'm just going to get something. But neither one of us were really that impressed with it, so I won't mention it. Maybe if I go back there and I really like it, but it's a new little local place. So we did that, and then she was like, where do you need to go? And I was like, I said, I want to stop. I said, I want to get some books, because I want to get another James Patterson book. And I said, but I also want to buy some wax melts, and I want to buy some Christmas stuff. So I said, I'd like to go to Target, or like, you know, someplace like that, Walmart or whatever. But I didn't really want to go to the rush of Walmart and Meijer and all that stuff, so Target. And I was like, I thought Target would have like I wanted to get like a cup like this, but a Christmas one is really what I wanted to get. But I think I'm gonna get on Amazon tonight and see if I can buy like 1 or 2 of them. I mean, I like these. These are great. These are my new ones. But I wanted to get like one that has like something that says Christmas. I'll just get one of them that says Christmas something on them. So I said, but there were these. I'll show them to you. They're supposed to have them at Dollar Tree and CVS. You know what? I did not stop at CVS to see if they had them. They're the where are they at? You know what? I may have deleted it. I think I did delete it. I know, here they are. The Flips. Snickerdoodle flavored covered pretzels and peppermint hot cocoa flips. And new seasonal flip pretzels are hitting shelves now. They've already been spotted at CVS and Dollar Tree. So we pulled into Dollar Tree. Well, it's Dollar Tree, Five Below, and then TJ Maxx and At Home. So Caroline was like, I'm going to go into TJ Maxx At Home. She's like, I don't need anything from Dollar Tree or whatever. So I walked into Dollar Tree. I walked all through Dollar Tree, looked all through their Christmas stuff. They're like putting it out. Like they haven't really got most of it out yet. So it's mostly in boxes and stuff like that. And I didn't see anything. They didn't have any of those. They didn't have any they had holiday candy and stuff, but it was really nothing that I wanted to review or anything. So I went next door to Five Below, which was like, I was like the only person in there. They have a lot of Christmas stuff, but And they have tons of candy, but they didn't really have anything new that I can like, because a lot of their candy that they have has gelatin in it, so it's like all the Haribo candy. So I didn't really like see anything that I wanted to like review. So then I went into At Home, and I was like looking around, and I texted Caroline, and that's when I said, where are you at? And I looked at like the popcorn, the coffee, the candles. Their candles are actually really reasonable at that At Home. I just didn't know like the brand. They had cute candles. This one candle, it was called something Sky. It was like this big. And it was like cinnamon apple or something. It was like a pet deodorizing candle. But on the cover of it, on the lid, it had like a drawing of a dog that looked like Boo Radley. And I almost got it for that. But I didn't want to stand in that line. And then I was looking at the pillows. And that's when Caroline, she was like, I started walking towards the clothes section. And she was like, Peter, Peter. And that's when we encountered the lady. So, the lady. So then we went to, where did we go next? We went somewhere before we went to Target. I can't remember. Oh, we pulled in. Did we stop somewhere on the way there? From there? Oh, after that we went to the post office. I had one letter there. And the post office was busy today. And I was like, oh, it's Christmas season. So it's going to start getting busy again over here. So we went to the post office. And then Caroline said she wanted to go to Costco. And I was like, it's going to be so busy today. I don't want to go to Costco. And she was like, well, I want to look at the Christmas stuff. I said, we've already looked at it, Caroline. We've looked at it. I didn't know she meant like wreaths and Christmas trees and things like that. Like, I thought she meant, I wasn't even thinking about the wreath. So, no wreath do I have. I still have the fall wreath up. Do you know what I do have? Is I have this wreath that my mom had for years and years and years. And it's made out of like pine cones or something. And it has like bells on it. I may put that, like, well, I don't want to put that out here. It's not that big. I want to get it like a pine, you know, wreath with a big red bow and on it and all that kind of stuff. I got to bring out my Christmas pillow. Maybe I'll order some more Christmas coverage pillows out here. No, I've got them all in the box down there. I can use the ones I had last year. So anyway, because I think I have like the tartan plaid ones. So then after Costco, she was like, which way should I go to Target? And I was like, this way. She goes, I don't want to go that way. I go, then go the long way. Take the long way home. I said, go the long way. I don't care. I'm in it for the long ride. Because at that point, I was kind of like, if I get home and I don't want to film any videos, I won't film any videos. If I get home and I want to film videos, I will. Let's kind of play it by ear. Thought I heard Alex's car, but it's only 5:16. So, we went to Target, and we were in Target forever, and looked around. Caroline saw some lady that she knew and was talking to her. I looked at everything. We looked through all the Christmas decorations. I got a book. I got a James Patterson book there. I looked at all the candles. I wasn't real impressed with the Target candles. I did get some wax melts, but I wasn't real. They literally had like, I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. They probably had like 6 different scents of wax melts, and that was it. And the only brand they had was Threshold, which is Target's. They smell good. I'm going to try them tonight, because I'm going to do a review of these candle waxes, but I did get some native stuff. I did a whole haul. So anyway, so then we came home. Oh, no. After that, where did we go? After that, Caroline was like, I want to get a pizza at this Giordano's place. It's up the street. And it's like you take it home. Like you get it there and then you frozen or whatever. Not frozen, but like they make them there and then you take them home and then you cook them at home. It's like deep dish pizza. And so she got one before and she said it was fantastic. She's like, do you want me to get you one? I was like, I do not need a deep dish pizza in this house. No, please don't. Because Alex does not like deep dish pizza. So then I'll eat the entire thing. She's like, no, they're so good. I was like, Caroline, no. So she ran inside. She's like, you can stay here. So she ran inside. There's a new LL Bean up there too that I want to go to so bad. But I said, so we decided that 2 weeks from today, we're going to go to the mall. We're going to do our Christmas shopping. So that's 2 weeks from today. She's like, I'm going to hold you to that. And I was like, okay, 2 weeks from today. So 2 weeks from today, I probably won't film a lot of videos because we'll be like shopping all day long. Maybe have brunch, make a little Christmas shopping brunch and stuff like that. So anyway, so she pulled in there, she got the pizzas, and I just stayed in the car. She went there, she's like, I got 2 pizzas, but I said, Carol, I told you I didn't want any pizza. She goes, well, they both have meat in them anyway. I go, oh, okay, so they weren't really for me. She started laughing. She goes, well, you said you didn't want a pizza. She goes, but now I feel bad. I go, why do you feel bad when I told you I didn't want a pizza? I said, that's stupid, don't feel bad. So anyway, and then she brought me home. And then she sat in my driveway forever and was like doing like returning emails and stuff. And I kept on like peeking out the window and finally came back. I was like, she's like, I am going home to take a nap because she has a dinner appointment tonight, which means she's going to some new place in Carmel called Songbird or Songstress or something. she said, I was like, Caroline, I think that kind of sounds fun, because I think it sounds kind of cheesy. It's like where they play, like they have a piano or something. It's like a piano bar. They play music or something. She like was reading me the thing about it. It's supposed to be brand new. It's supposed to be real fun. They ever like like a New York kind of bar where they like, you know, somebody plays the piano and they're like singing, I don't know, old Barbra Streisand songs or something. Hell, I don't know. But I thought it sounded kind of like fun. And she's like, I don't know, it'll be okay. But anyway, so she's like, I'm going to go home and take a nap before that. So she's going home and take a nap. So anyway, when I came inside, I had all this stuff sitting on the counter. I was like, why don't I just do a haul? So I did a haul. And then I went to go check on the mail. Oh, that was when I came out here to talk to Caroline. I checked on the mail. And my new Countdown to Christmas book came. I'm so excited about it. Oh my God, the tripod fell. So anyway, my book came. And it's this like holiday Christmas countdown. Like, you read a chapter every single day, right? And so I did the whole video over on my Peter Likes Books channel. But anyway, when I originally found out about it, I thought that it was like, okay, when I found out about it, I found out about it on like one of these Facebook groups. And people were talking about, like, they were going to use it as like this Christmas advent calendar, like this countdown to Christmas. And so I thought, because it was like 25 chapters, each chapter was like a day leading up to Christmas, that people were just using it as that. But the author meant it to be that way. That just cracks me, because back in the day there was, did you ever watch Sandra Bernhardt back in the day? Oh, I love Sandra Bernhardt, but anyway, she has this whole thing about Chanel, and she was like, Coco never meant it to be that way. But anyway, so I didn't think that it was like supposed to be like that, but in the preface, the author says that that's how they meant it to be, as like a Christmas countdown advent calendar, like you read a chapter a day. I thought people were just coming up on the Facebook group, and that's how they were going to do it, and things like that. Hey, how are you? I didn't realize that that was how the book was meant to be. So if you want to read along with me, go over to my BookTube channel. That video is up to, well, they're both uploading right now. So I made those two videos, and then, yeah. And then I was like, I gotta unload the dishwasher and do all this kind of stuff, and I was like, I'll wait till after I get done vlogging. And then I was like, no, because it might start getting late, and so I did all that and then I was like, go vlog first, and then I was like, no, and so I started doing it. Now it's all done, and so the house is all cozy and ready for tonight, and I'm all excited. And tonight I have, well, 1,000 Pound Sisters. I'll probably watch that tonight so I can do my video about it tomorrow. So I got 1,000 Pound Sisters, and then we have Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Orange County. No, that's not till tomorrow. We have Salt Lake City, New York, Beverly Hills, 1,000 Pound Sisters, Survivor. I got 5 shows. Well, we probably won't watch the Housewives till tomorrow. If he's not feeling good and he just wants to go to bed, we'll probably watch that tomorrow. But then he'll get into bed, and then he'll watch that Mayfair of Witches. And I'll be like, well, we could have watched Housewives. And I'll be like, just watch. He likes to watch the Housewives and all of them, like, just boom, 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 boom. Like, let's just watch all the Housewives in one night. And then all the Watch What Happens lives, too. I could kind of spread them out through the week, but whatever. And then I'm going to finish The Lost Symbol, because I got 5 episodes of that left. It's so good. I'm so excited about it. And then I don't know what I'm going to watch next. You know, I still haven't watched Heartstopper yet. I watched a trailer for Sweet Pea. A couple people told me that don't waste my time on Sweet Pea. That's not any good. But I watched a trailer for it. Oh, Alex just texted me and said he's getting ready to meet up with her, and then he'll be on his way home. I watched a trailer for it. So Sweet Pea is on Starz, I guess. But Starz comes with my Amazon Prime. Or I pay extra for it or something. I don't know. But anyway, or it comes with something on Amazon Prime. And so it has the girl that's on Yellow Jackets. If you watch Yellow Jackets, like one of the main girls, well, they're all kind of like the main character girls. Hey, how are you? It's like the main girl on there. I don't want to say more about it in case you haven't watched Yellow Jackets. But if you haven't watched Yellow Jackets, I don't know why, because Yellow Jackets is so good. He's getting his mail, but I just noticed a tree behind their house. It's like so pretty, and it's like the sky behind it is kind of like, if I show it to you, it won't come up on camera that way. But the camera, or the sky behind it, is kind of like, I'm waiting for him to go inside and then I will show you. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know if it'll show up on camera or not. But the tree over there is like red, but do you see how like the sky over there, it was showing up as kind of pink? See, it's so much darker out than it actually shows up on camera. So, like, right here, this is all, like, the sky is, like, pink. I don't know if I... Well, it doesn't matter. But anyway, it's, like, really pretty. But I didn't notice it until he walked out. So, I don't want the tripod to fall again or the camera. I always hit the buttons and stuff when I'm turning things around. Okay, so I might watch Teacup. Because I'm kind of, to be honest with you, like, I either am going to have to get into, like, a long show, like Grey's Anatomy or Yellowstone. Like, I said something to Tanya last night. She goes, oh, Yellowstone all the way. But, like, isn't Yellowstone, like, 20 episodes per season? I don't know. I'm kind of ready to get into Yellowstone, I think. So I got Yellowstone, Grey's Anatomy. Oh, Sugar I've never watched. I said that to her the other night on Apple. I might watch Sugar. Goodbye, Earth. Alex just texted me that his aunt and uncle got a new dog. They sent a picture. Oh, my Lord. She's so sweet. Aww. Sweetie. So sweet, isn't she? Oh, my Lord. They just rescued her today. Oh, she's got little Christmas stuff. What'd they name her? Caroline and I were talking about that today. Okay, so if I was ready to get a dog, do you guys want to see this dog? Okay. If I was ready to get this dog, I'm not ready to get a dog, okay? But this dog has been at this rescue organization for like a month now, and nobody is adopting it. What did she name it? Preciosa. Nobody is adopting this dog, and now they have a cat there too at this place. Okay. This dog, are you ready, is a mini schnauzer. And they kind of look like Boo Radley a little bit. But I'm not ready to. Nope, next fall. My friends are constantly, I have so many friends of mine that, oh, the sky is really pink over there. I have so many friends of mine that, like, volunteer for rescue organizations and stuff like that. Alex keeps on texting me. So many friends of mine that work for rescue organizations and stuff like that, that they constantly are sending me, like, pictures of dogs and things about dogs that they think that I should rescue and whatever. People have asked me if I would foster a dog. I would foster a dog. Melissa and Jason, the last dog that they got, which they've had now for like 3 or 4 years, they fostered first, and they had no plans to keep him. And then they ended up keeping him because they got so attached to him. I think that's, I don't know that I could foster a dog and not keep a dog. I think we all know I get attached to everything, okay? Candles, candle waxes, plants. I just don't think that I could foster a dog and then end up not keeping it. So, you know, and I know a lot of people that foster dogs and then they end up keeping them. Caroline actually used to foster dogs. She didn't, but she fostered greyhounds when she was doing like the prison greyhound thing. And Melissa has also fostered dogs that they didn't end up keeping, but they did end up keeping their last one that she fostered. And yeah. I'm trying to think. I have like a couple different friends of mine. I mean, Tanya's fostered so many dogs. And Tanya has also fostered quite a few dogs that she's ended up keeping. I just think if I fostered a dog, I probably would end up keeping it. So anyway, let's go back to the TV shows. I'm not, you know what, like I'm just not, I don't think, I honestly thought that when Boo passed away, I would like turn around pretty quickly and get another dog. The battery just went to the halfway mark. I thought I would probably turn around pretty quickly because I was like, I just don't want to be here alone in a house without a dog. It's sad, but as the days go by, it's not as hard as I thought it would be. I mean, it's still like, I think about it every day. Like, it's so quiet in here, and I miss taking him out, and I miss just being with him and stuff like that. But I don't want to just get a dog to just fill that space. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to take some trips. and not, I'm always so worried about whenever I'm on vacation, like, you know, I don't want to worry. I want to take a couple trips and not have to, you know, be able to go somewhere for like 2 weeks and not be like, you know, whatever. So I want to take a couple trips. I mean, I'm really thinking about, I mean, the earliest would be the middle of next summer. I mean, unless some dog came along and I just was like, okay, this is absolutely the dog for me. Like, and like I mean, I believe that rescues find their, you know, their people. And so unless I felt like it was a situation like that, a couple people have asked me to go to some rescue things. I'm like, I don't want to walk in where the option is that I could rescue a dog like that day, or, you know, even put it in like an adoption thing or whatever, because I don't even, like, I'm not there yet. I'm just not there yet. And I know that emotionally about myself, and I don't want to just, like, I really, like, I need to take some time to, like, grieve, not just Boo Radley, but Tucker and Pee-Pee as well, and I need some time to just be alone, you know, like Alex said to me the other day. He was like, because Alex was, like, real supportive. He's like, if you want to get another dog, like, you know, like, let's, you know, you can start looking and whatever, and I was like, no, and he was like, you know, I mean, he said this a couple times, but, like, maybe do the things that you didn't feel like you could do. Like, you know, like, go out more and do that stuff if you want to do that, you know? But we'll see. I mean, it's weird to think that, like, I mean, it hasn't even been a month since he's been gone, you know? And it feels like I was just talking about what we were going to do for Christmas and taking him over to Alex's mom's house, you know? And then that for New Year's, we were going to get, like, a hotel room, and because we have this wedding to go to and stuff. And it seems so weird to me that, like, we were trying to figure it all out. Like, even daylight savings time, you know, we were trying to figure out, like, what people do with medicine. And it's like, and you know, I still see the stuff come up where people are talking about, like, I haven't left those groups yet. I feel like I probably should, but where, you know, people are like, what do you do about this and what do you do about that? I don't know. But, like, I can remember there was a lot of conversation about, like, what do you do about your meds during, like, daylight savings time? And some people would say, oh, it's not a problem because, like, our vet told us it's fine. Other people would say, you know, it's like, I've moved it back 15 minutes every day for, like, the 4 days before. And I can remember Alex and I talking about that. Then, Boo, I mean, that is such a good example of don't borrow trouble, because, or don't borrow trouble, don't borrow, I don't know, we're all on borrowed time, because, I mean, I thought we would at least make it through Halloween with him, the little guy. I mean, I really did. But, yeah, I'm not there yet. What was I going to say? I don't know what I was thinking about this. I think Kayla said something about, she said something, I was talking about this table, like putting the new table out. And she said something about don't wait because you don't even know if you'll be here next summer or whatever to put, like, the new table out. Okay, so I say this a lot. Like, I've talked about, and when I read that comment, I was like, okay, girl, I hear you. Like, I think that's a good point. I think that's a valid point. Like, use the new stuff now while you have it. That's something I talk about a lot, right? Is that, like, so I appreciate you pointing it out, that, like, if I have new things, like, my mom held on to things and she didn't use them for so long, right? And then some of them she just never got to use new things. Okay, so while I typically would agree with that, like with bedding or towels or all that kind of stuff, right? Or coffee mugs or candles and all that kind of stuff. The table, like, I'm not going to sit out here that much in the winter, you know? Like, I'm just not. And even if I had the brand new table out here, or the brand new, like, this little TV tray thing that I use out here, it wouldn't make me sit outside in the winter that much more. So all that's going to happen is that the two tables are going to sit out here and just get worn out by the winter, depending on how bad our winter is. So while I typically would agree with that statement, I think, like, I want to wait until next spring so I have I mean, we're just a couple months away from that, you know? And then I will, as soon as the spring comes. Because I should have just opened it earlier this year and put it together. It literally is like you just put the pieces into the slats. But I agree with you. I think it's a good point. Like, that's like probably one of the things I've said on my videos that I've actually got quite a few comments about from other people. They will say, I'm so happy that you said that, because like forever, you know, I would like hold on to stuff. Because I said that about my mom. Like my mom held on to bedding and towels and all kinds of stuff that when she passed away, it literally had the tags on it. Clothes. My mom did that with clothes, a lot of clothes. Oh, I'm going to save it for this, or I'm going to save it for that, I'm going to save it for this. And then she passed away and she never used any of this stuff. So I 100% agree with that statement. I mean, when I read the comment, Kayla, I was like, all right, she got in. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that statement. But with the table, like, I really have thought about that. Like, just, I mean, this thing is like, I need a new table because it's kind of like unsteady and stuff. But it's not so bad that it can't make it through a winter. You know what I mean? But she did get in my head for a couple minutes because I was like, well, maybe I should put the new table out there. And I was like, but if I put the new table out there and it gets all worn out this winter and I sit out here like just to vlog or whatever, then I'm going to wish, then I'll want to buy a new table next spring. So I think I'm just going to keep it in the box until next summer. Then voila. It's the first nice day. Oh, no, I'm not going to say that, because if I say that, then people will be like, you said the first nice day, blah, 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 whatever. Somebody said something in my vlog the other day. They said something about how many times I said the word relax in my video. You know, it's funny because I think through the years, this has nothing to do with the comment that I just received about the table, okay? I might change my opinion about the table. I might be like, you know what, Kayla's right. I'm going to put the new table up. But I think we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the weather's going to be like in December. But anyway, but you know, it's interesting because through the years, I have gotten like comments from people that will say, the people that don't like me, you know, that will say things like, oh my God, he's so lazy and blah, blah, blah. And all he does is relax and rest. And all he does is watch TV shows. He's so lazy. And I think in the past, I kind of felt like I needed to defend that to some extent, you know, that I needed to be like, well, I film so many videos a day and you know what? I'm not defending it anymore. If you want to think I'm lazy and I don't do shit all day long, I mean, what is it? I think it's a magical life. Is this going out of focus? I feel like this is going out of focus. Hold on a second. Whenever I put my glasses on, it focuses, and I feel like when I take my glasses off, it goes out of focus. But you know what? I think I have a magical life, you know, that like, no, I'm not the busiest person in the world, and I'm thankful I'm not, you know, and I film a couple videos a day, and I feel so blessed that I get to be at home. I say it enough in my videos. I mean, that shouldn't be anything new to anybody. I get to do videos like doing reviews of native products, you know, and I get to do shopping hauls, and then I get to take naps and hang out with my husband and my best friend and my cousin and watch TV shows all night long, you know, and sleep in and drink coffee and light candles. Yes, ma'am, I have. And wait for the next trip to take. Oh, yeah. Call that lazy all day long. I have a blessed life. I have the life that 20 years ago, when every day I was going to work and all that kind of stuff, and I'd be like, God, I just wish I could sit at home and I have the best life. I am not defending that shit no more. People call me lazy, say he don't do nothing all day long. He is so lazy. All he does is, because somebody said, I counted how many times you said, I don't think they meant it in a mean way, but it kind of reminded me of that. Somebody said, I counted that you said relax. Yes, I relax all day long. I live for relaxing. I live for watching my TV shows. I live for lighting my candles. I live for taking vacations. I live for being in bed with my husband. I love, did I say watching TV shows? I live for watching my TV shows and taking naps. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there was anything. Call me the laziest person in the entire world. That's a lot of people call that retirement or being on vacation. I just feel blessed that I get to do that every single day, you know? That I get to do that every single day, and I just make some fun videos and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I feel magically blessed beyond that I ever thought that this would be my life, you know? That I ever thought this would be my life. That the worst thing I have to worry about today, if the worst thing I have to worry about is what TV show that I'm going to watch, oh yes, I feel completely blessed about that. But I'm going to be defensive about it and make excuses about it and all that kind of stuff. Call me lazy all day long. I guess I am. I guess I am lazy and take too many naps and watch too many TV shows. And I love every minute of it. I do. I love every minute. I do. I love watching TV. That's why I made a whole channel about making TV shows. Maybe I'll make another channel. I was talking to somebody the other day and I said something about starting I'm going to call it my 8th and final channel. And they said, you should, I think I said this yesterday actually. And they said, you should start an 8th channel called The 8th Wonder of the World. And I said, I'm just going to film like grass blowing in the wind and stuff like that. And they go, you know, I'd watch it. they said you should just take videos, make videos of you, like 2-hour videos of you napping. I was like, oh, I should. 2 hours of me, just 2 hours of me just sitting there. I just put some track over it of me just sitting there watching TV on my iPad, playing solitaire. 2 hours of that. Peter does lazy bullshit. 2 hours of me just sitting there watching a TV show. You know somebody would watch it. They would. They'd be like, what's he watching? Oh my God, what's he watching over there? I can't see what he's watching. Did he win on solitaire? Oh no, he's cheating on solitaire. Oh, he's such a cheater. He's cheating on solitaire. I should start that channel though. I should, shouldn't I? I think that'd be so fun. My eighth and final channel, Peter's 8 Wonders of the World. There'll be videos of me napping, videos of me watching TV, videos of me just sitting in a chair being lazy, videos of me just sitting in a chair not being lazy, videos of me just being lazy not sitting in a chair. Oh my God. Anyway, look at those birds flying nowhere. They're so lazy. Those birds are so lazy. They're just flying nowhere. They're not going anywhere. They got no direction. Look at this. Now you guys always talk about this being such comfy, cozy lighting. I think it's horrible lighting is what I think it is. But I think it's so sweet that you guys call it comfy, cozy lighting. I think this candle is done. This is called Humble Abode. This is the... Look how pretty... This little light of mine, I'm gonna make it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Make it shine or let it shine? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I feel like the one... Did we sing that in Sunday school or did I sing that at church camp? I only went to... Well, I went to a camp that was a church camp one summer. It was called Camp Ioka. I went there one summer and I do remember that we sang like church kind of songs and stuff like that. But you guys seem to like the lighting out here. These candles, none of them are that hot to pick up. That's kind of strange, don't you think? Does look so pretty, doesn't it, though? Look at that. My dirty old table. No, now I know when I say that, everybody will be like, Kayla's right, you need to put the new table out there. But what? So a foot of snow can sit on it? But I also want to use this old table. I'm going to put it over there, and I'm going to put a plant on it next year. Don't you think that would be cool to have like a bunch of little plants and stuff like that? So I'm going to use this next year, because I like this plant. I got it with the table. I got it at IKEA. And I'm going to put I think I'm going to put a plant down below, because there's like a little area down below that crosses over like that. And then on top of it, I'm going to put a bunch of little plants. I'm going to put it over there. And then my wood table will go here. But I think the wood table is bigger than this. So, anyway. Can you all tell me what show to start next? Please tell me what show to start next. Somebody. Listen. And don't, somebody said something to me the other day. And the show was like, they were like, you know what you should watch? I was like, from 1985? No, nuh-uh. I want to watch one season of a thriller that is so good you can't stop watching it. That's what I want. So can you guys let me know that, please, in the comment section below. Now tomorrow, did I tell you guys the weather? Okay, I didn't tell you the weather. We'll do the weather and then I will let you guys know. Update, a weather update, major update. I'm gonna call this vlog major update. Okay. Oh, it dropped a degree, 49. So there's a special weather statement now until 3:30 a.m. on Thursday. Are you ready? Okay, here's the special weather statement. Action recommended. Avoid the subject. Okay, I don't understand what that means. First snow of the season late tonight into tomorrow. 2 rounds of snow expected across much of central Indiana. The first round will begin late tonight and end by mid-morning with amounts of less than an inch. Boo! We want more than that. Heavier snow. When I saw that, my heart just went boom, boom. I was like, heavier snow? Feet of snow. Heavier snow will arrive mid to late afternoon and may impact the evening commute. Total snow is likely to be between 1 and 3 inches, and that's probably in northern Indiana, with some locally higher amounts. Oh, locally higher amounts? Accumulations will be highest on grassy and elevated surfaces, with slushy road conditions due to warm ground temperature, so everybody be real safe tomorrow. Slow down, drive carefully, and allow extra time to reach your destination. Issued by the Indianapolis National Weather Service. I hope we get a foot of snow. I hope we get a foot of snow tomorrow. I do, though. But everybody be safe. But be cozy and be safe. But don't be lazy. Unless you choose to be lazy. I'm gonna get merch, and it's gonna be called I Choose to Be Lazy and Cozy. But then I could have a whole line of merch and could be called I Choose to Be Lazy and Too Much. I choose to be lazy and just watch TV shows all day long. Anyway, oh my god, it's such a pretty night outside. Did I tell you guys I bought a new James Patterson book? Well, I'm going to do, so I uploaded a booktube video today about the Christmas book, but then I'm going to do a haul of all the books that I bought, because I bought a bunch of these adult choose your own adventure books. I showed them in my haul the other day. It is so dark out here. I don't know how you guys can see me. So that video will be coming. Oh, I also have to do, I forgot about this when I was doing my booktube video today. I also have to do my review of that Laura Dave book, which was called, is it flashing yet? I can't believe it's not flashing yet. The Laura Dave book is called The Night We Lost Him or something like that. Yep, The Night We Lost Him. What did I end up giving that book? 4 stars? Okay. Anyway, I got to do my review of that too. So those videos, I have lots of videos coming up. Oh, it's starting to flash. I have a lot of videos coming up on my booktube channel. So if you want to read that Christmas book with me, go over there and check it out today. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday. You've made it halfway through the week. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!